Alright, next I've got a great video for everyone.
I want you to meet Daddy's nemesis, Austin Powers.
What are you feeding him? Why don't you just kill him?
No, Scott, I have an even better idea. I'm going to place him in an easily escapable situation involving an overly elaborate and exotic death.
Why don't you just shoot him now? I mean, I'll go get a gun. We'll shoot him together. It'll be fun. Bang! Dead. Done.
One more peep out of you and you are grounded, mister, and I am not joking. All right, let's begin.
Alrighty, so why I showed that video and why it's relevant to what we're doing here, why it's relevant to game design, is the difference of the thought process between Dr. Evil and Scotty Evil, right? Hopefully everyone's seen this movie. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. All three of them. But so thinking like Dr. Evil, right? Dr. Evil wants to create this overly, elaborate and complicated, easily escapable situation for Austin Powers to deal with, right? But Scotty Evil just wants to go to his room, get a gun, and shoot him in the head, right? Get it over with, do it together, father and son, a little bonding moment, and shoot him in the head, and then it's done, right? Don't have to worry about it anymore. So as a designer, you want to think like Dr. Evil and not like Scotty Evil, right? So as Dr. Evil, right, is saying, we want to be setting up these obstacles, setting up these puzzles, understanding that the player is going to complete them. They're going to escape, right? They're going to beat the boss, right? That's the point, right? That's the point of building this, is to create that experience for the player. Your job as the designer is to make the player feel like they outsmarted the system, right? Make the player feel like they figured it out or they beat the boss with just that tiny little sliver of health. But in reality, you knew that was going to happen as a designer. You knew that they were going to complete it in that certain way. It's about giving them that emotional connection and then that experience and that sense of accomplishment when they finally do complete the objective. So you might see in the common mistakes document, we talk about, Dark Souls, right? We often see students want to have turrets in their level. They want to set the turrets to do 100 damage, and if you get hit by one bullet of the turret, you're dead, and you go back to the beginning, right? Very punishing, like Dark Souls and Super Meat Boy, those types of games. So not saying that those games aren't enjoyable and that those games aren't successful, right? Those have a huge audience. Very successful games and a lot of fun, right? I enjoy Super Meat Boy myself, definitely, as well as games similar like N+. Those types of platformer games can be very punishing, though, to players, and it's targeted for, hardcore or those types of players that don't mind trying to finally accomplish that goal. But we want to think in terms of scraps, and the vision for scraps is to give that player that sense of accomplishment and outsmarting the system and designing a good interaction for the player to complete. Not so much as just punishing the player and hurting them every chance that you get.